all buggered up. Noah on the board with the old 48, son. Nice chunker.
Hey, John Crews here with your bonus Sunline Recap from the Angler's Choice Tournament on Smith Mountain Lake here March 11th. I fished it with my stepson, Noah Beckley. He and I had never fished a bass tournament together. We've been fishing, done all kind of offshore fishing together, growing up, taking it down to the Roanoke River, all kind of stuff like that. But we'd never actually fished a tournament together, so just so happened I was in town. He was not busy this past weekend, so we fished that tournament together, had a great time. We made memories, it'll last forever, but what most people are looking for is the recap on how we caught them. We did okay in the tournament. We had a limit that weighed 14.63 pounds. That put us in 37th place. They caught some really good fish in this tournament. Congratulations to Johnny Martin and Jeff Hill. They won the tournament with 23 pounds. They had 6 bags over 20 pounds this weekend on Smith Mountain. Pretty strong. We had some opportunities to do a little bit better, but we had a great time. We probably caught 8 or 9 keepers. These 3 baits, or I guess these 2 baits plus this group of baits is what we caught the fish on. This is the Shane's bait, it's Fifth Element. It's got the Shockwave 3.5s on it, and then I've got a Shockwave 4.25 here on the back in the middle, and this is on the Gamakatsu, the new Superline head. This is an 1/8 ounce. These are 16th ounce. These are the ones that come with the Shane's. You can get from Shane's Baits. But Shane LaHue fishes FLW. He and his dad, they do these baits. This is called the Fifth Element, and it's got the swivel on the front, and it looks beautiful in the water. It's got all the little blades on it. I don't know squat about throwing these things. I'll be perfectly honest with you, because you can't throw them on the Elite Series, and I didn't even throw it other than during the tournament. So I started on a kind of a bluff bank that I thought might be a good spot to throw this at. I had a few jig bites there in practice. I thought it might be a good spot to throw this. So we started out in about the 3rd cast of the tournament. Boom, boom. I caught a 3-pounder and a 2-pounder on the same cast. Those are the only 2 fish I caught on this thing that day, but it was a good way to start the tournament. And then as I'm putting those fish in the live well, Noah throws up there and catches a 3-pounder on a Missile Baits 48 on a shaky head, on an 1/8 ounce shaky head, just regular green pumpkin. That's what he caught that fish on. So we had 3 fish in the box real quick, and then we went about 2.5 hours without a bite. And so I kept bouncing around, trying different stuff, cranking, jerking, throwing the jig, and then kind of settled into throwing the jig and the jerk bait. This is the SPRO McStick 110, the suspending model. This one is the Ghost Norman Shad, I believe it is. So I'll start throwing this around on a lot of the secondary points, the steeper banks, and I thought I really was getting onto a pattern, but man, I felt like you just had to cover water and just put your head down and fish in order to get those bites. And this was the jig that I was throwing. This is the Missile Baits, the little Ike's Mini Flip, the 3/8 ounce in Bammer Crawl with a full-size baby D-bomb just threaded on there. It skips really well. Caught a few under docks, and during the day, we kind of bouncing back and forth. Caught a good number, like I said, good number of fish. Had opportunities at some big ones. Kind of messed up a few on my end, and then one big one I pitched up under the dock with this jig, and it sucker bit it. I reeled down. I set the hook really hard, and I could see the fish under the water. The thing flashed. It looked like it was in the 5-pound range, and then just came off. Never got a hook in it. Just a weird deal. That kind of stuff happens. Once or twice out of every 20 or 30 fish. It just so happened it was a good fish. But all in all, had a great day. Had a lot of fun with Noah. Fished a good tournament. I appreciate Chris Lucas from Angler's Choice Tournaments letting us fish the tournament. Had a great time. Saw a ton of people that I'm friends with, that I know, and I saw a bunch of people I hadn't seen in a good number of years that I grew up fishing with, fishing against. Just good friends, and that's what local tournaments are all about. You have your tournament, your friends, and you guys you see on the road, and gals, and you get to see them and hang out with them and talk and find out what's been going on, what kind of baits they've been using, and all that kind of stuff. So had a lot of fun. Look forward to fishing another tournament with Noah. I'm glad we got to fish that Angler's Choice. Like I said, these were the baits that worked for us, and hopefully Noah and I will get to fish a tournament again at some point. And I've got 2 young girls as well, Ivy and Maya, so they could be potential tournament partners in the future. I'm hoping they are. So we'll see you at Toledo Bend here in a couple weeks. Noah, this is my stepson, 17 years old, senior in high school. Extremely proud of him. He's a great athlete, he's a great kid, and he is a 2-time state champion quarterback for Salem High School. It's him right here with all the senior class from this past year. He went, I think it was 27-1 as a starter on varsity in 2 years. Won 2 back-to-back state championships. They were the underdogs both years. And he's going to James Madison University, defending national FCS champions on a football scholarship. So he will be gripping, catching, and no telling what else with that football up there in Harrisonburg, Virginia. So we're looking forward to watching him over the next 4 or 5 years up there. Stay tuned. I'll definitely keep everybody informed as to what his plans and what's going on with him as it progresses. So be sure to tune in to my social media and follow Noah Beckley.